Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Real Madrid against Atlético Madrid in the Champions League. For the first time in a long time, this is not a La Liga. This is not a domestic cup game. It is a Champions League game. The last time there was a Champions League game between these two teams, I want to say, was 2017, and then 2016 and 2014 before. So these two clubs, I wouldn't say, okay, these two rivals, it isn't a rivalry, but we are rivals, um, have provided with some very, very big Champions League games across the years. And I think that sometimes it's nice to play teams from your country because you're familiar with what they are about. And I think that we know Atletico Madrid enough to know the style of play, the way they're going to approach this game, especially with the first leg for them being away from home. They will come in with extra precaution. They will play football that nobody likes. But it doesn't matter whether you like their style of football. As long as it gets them that result that they want and they need, it does the job for them. And I I do think that if you look at the last two times we have played them this season in La Liga, both ending in 1-1 draws, what I see as similarities is I genuinely believe that Real Madrid deserve to win both games. Now, earlier at the Wanda Metropolitano, it finished 1-1. I think it was a 95th minute equalizing goal from, was it Korea? If I'm not wrong, it was a late goal in the 90th minute or so. And then, a few weeks ago, we played them again at the Bernabeu, 1-1 draw. It was a silly penalty, and then obviously just throwing the kitchen sink at them. But then Atletico Madrid just defended really, really well. So the problem is this team has to be more clinical because against Atletico Madrid, you are going to have to be patient. You're going to be able to get chances if you're patient. But after being patient, after having the chances, you have to take them because they will frustrate you for 90 minutes, and then when you go to the Metropolitano, it will be 90 more minutes of suffering, I think, especially away from home with the away fans, with the Atletico Madrid fans being, you know, the majority, and just the atmosphere, and it will be tough. But this first leg has to be a win, and has to be, I think, a two or more goal advantage heading into the second leg. Obviously, you need that sort of protection in terms of you have to take a lead there. But I think a goal lead would just really not mean a lot. I think, um, especially when I think this defense has been very fragile. It has been very vulnerable. I think if you can take a two or even more goal lead, which will be tough, it will be tough. Um, but I don't see why not. I don't. So we do need that two goal lead minimally. But in terms of um, Atletico Madrid, their last couple of games away from home have been pretty interesting. They played Barcelona in the Copa del Rey away, and they were about to lose, but they ended up drawing 4-4. They beat Valencia. They got a draw against us, like I said. Um, and then before that, I think we've talked about this before. I mean, they beat Salzburg. Um, they lost to Leganes. They beat Elche in the cup. They beat Marbella in the cup. They beat Barcelona back in December. So yeah, they are definitely a very strong team, and they will cause a lot of problems. Again, similarly, couple of players, the same suspects that you will look out for. I think Antoine Griezmann is one of the most underrated players in the world, and yeah, they've got Julian Alvarez, they've got Soloff in the attack. They've also got Correa who can come on, add that extra bit of pace. Um, they've got Simeone, and yeah, in the midfield, looking at the likes of Conor Gallagher, DePaul, Koke still there, Riquelme, Barrios, um, Marcos Llorente, former Real Madrid, of course, Lamar, and then Witzel maybe, and in the defense, Jimenez, Langley, Lenormand, um, Renildo, and yeah, Oblak as well. So they've got a lot of very top players in that team, and it is built on a team that I think are physical, and they know what they're doing. These are players. There are a lot of players in that team that have been at Atlético for about 10 years now, and they have obviously played in the Simeone system for 10 years, and they know what they're doing. They play as a team. They might play dirty, they might play rough, but it gets the job done for them. And how do you counter against that? They're gonna play a deep block. They're gonna defend really, hard. And I think that when you have got the total opposite, not that physical in the attack, more of the pace with Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo in the attack, you need to get at them. You need to get at them from minute one. And I think that if you do so and you actually be clinical and defensively you don't screw up massively, I think the result is possible, of course. I'm not really going to talk about, what will happen, in the quarterfinals, or, are we going to play, the likes of PSV or Arsenal? Because for me, I just think you have to get through this tie. I think it's looking at it round by round, and hopefully we make it through this round, of course. But yeah, but starting off, we've got Courtois for me in my starting 11. Um, Look, the defense is where I think Carlo Ancelotti has to go with this specific back five: Mendy, Rudiger, Asensio, Valverde. No questions asked. Mendy, because he provides more defensive stability. I don't think we need Fran Garcia in this sort of game. Rudiger, because we need Rudiger, obviously. But Asensio, because if you watch Real Madrid against Real Betis, Alaba coming in affected Rudiger in one way or another, because he made that really, I wouldn't say stupid. I mean, it was, but it was unlike Rudiger to make that foul, to give away the penalty. And I feel like Alaba coming in and causing a little bit of insecurity at the back affected him. And we know what Asensio is made of. We know. And this is at the Bernabeu, in front of the Real Madrid fans. Why not let Asensio start? He has proven it this season. And most importantly, for Lucas Vazquez, he has to be dropped. And I think Fede Valverde has to come in. I'm worried mostly about that right back spot, because it's the one spot in this team that has a huge vulnerability, and you have to go with what you have for now. And the best option is Fede Valverde. In the midfield, Ceballos is out, Bellingham is suspended, Valverde I hope plays right back, which means he has to be Tchouaméni, he has to be Camavinga, and I don't really want to be relying on Luka Modric again in a big game like this. So you could probably afford to play a little bit more of a creative player there. I don't think Arda Güler will get that start. So I think Brahim Diaz is probably the man. And yeah, in the attack, Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, Rodrigo in the attack. And yeah, finally, score predictions. I'm gonna go Real Madrid. I'm gonna be optimistic. Real Madrid 3, Atletico Madrid 1. I will stick by what I said. I think Real Madrid will get that 2-goal lead. And even 2 goals might not be that comfortable, but at least it's better than a draw. Obviously a loss. But I think even a 1-goal lead will be tense. So yeah, just to get that 2-goal lead hopefully. But let me know what thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the notification, subscribe to channels on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.